All right, guys, so I got this set up. This is gonna be one of the first dyno. I got it on 1 ohm. This right here is at my block over there. I do have the meter plugged in right here, min max. I got that fluke right there, and I'm gonna watch this, and I'm gonna run it up the clip, and we're gonna see what kind of power we get out of this, what kind of voltage drop. Now, I don't have the double adapters. I forgot about those to run 2 runs of this. So we're gonna have some low voltage here. I do have it on the block over there. This is 2-aught, okay? So here we go. And I'm gonna get back from this thing in case it blows up. All right. There it goes. That's pulling some current, bro. 600. Ooh. I pulled like almost 700 amps. So our minimum voltage here, see, min max. Minimum was 13, max was 14.9. We had 14.4, I believe, there. I'll have to go back and look at the video. It overloaded the fuck out of this thing. See, from 16.2 to, well, it said overload on it. That goes up to 600 amps. This almost made it to 700 amps, okay? And this looked like it stayed okay. And I did not grab the peak power. God dang it. So let's see. Wattage, peak. We're gonna try it one more time. Let me reset this. I wound up blowing something up. Hit min max. We're going to reset this. Yeah, look. Now, average 12.9. Let's see. Okay, there's the min max. So, all right, that's on min max 14.43. So watch this voltage right here. Watch this current. This voltage is going straight to the battery bank, so that's what I'm losing there, and it's got the power supply. And we are running 14.4. This is at 1 ohm. And I do have this on peak this time, so let's pray we don't blow this thing up. It's getting a little warm because I tried it a time or two. So, without further ado, let's go. All right, we got 6,992 watts at 1 ohm. And I don't know what that was. This was like, I don't remember. That got up pretty high. Let's see what our minimum here was at the, so 13.2 volts, 14. And I may have turned it down a little bit. I gotta look and see if I hit that exactly at clip. And of course, this thing ain't even acting right, man. Minimum. I think it's trying to read negative current the way I got this. So it's overload anyway, because it was well over 600 amps. So I did it like 1 or 2 clicks above, and it did go into clipping, and I got like 7,400 watts out of this thing, and that's about right. But the voltage drop was like 12 point something volts. So I'm gonna go back and look at the video, but the dyno is working, and I did test it on 4 and 2 ohms, and I get roughly, well, at 2 ohms I got a little over 4,000 watts, and then at 4 ohms I got about 1,900 watts, which is about right for a regular base 8K. Not too hot. It did max my power supply out. I heard that sucker go, seen it go to 500. You can hear it. It does pull a lot of current. So now what I do is when I'm done with this, I got this like in a charger mode. I turn the voltage down to like 13 volts and it'll turn off because the batteries right now is at 14.4 volts. And what that does is when I turn this on, even when this gets down to about 13.1, 13.2 volts after a couple weeks, it doesn't turn this on. I just bump it up 1/10 of a volt at a time. It pulls in 100 or 200 amps and then it charges, and then I bring it all the way up. And the reason I do that is because if you put this on 14.4 and you turn it on, this sucker will peg out at like 504 amps. And then it starts, I got it on a 30 amp breaker, and this pulls just over 30 amps. And it starts making the breaker have connection issues, and you see that voltage start jumping up and down on the input. It starts going So I really don't want to put it on a 50 amp because that's, in my opinion, too much for this thing. This thing is from Brazil, y'all. So the dyno looks like it works great. Later on I'll get another Class AB amp, 2-channel. We'll stick it on there and we'll give it a go. All right, this is just a preliminary test. I just wanted to proof of concept here, and it does work. So I think we're okay here. And I'm probably gonna put this thing on 4 ohms and turn this back on. Also, I've been turning this off when I change that because I don't want to blow this amp up. And I'm probably gonna run a little signal through this. Let's see. If I go back, it'll pull some current. I want to try and pull some juice off of them batteries right there. Let me turn this off. God dog it. Yeah, see it's sagging in voltage. So let me reset this and see what we're getting in peak mode. And it dropped down to 14 volts. So let's see if this will go back. Yep, it does. So now I'm gonna run this one more time. This is just the AD1 dyno track. So let's see how much clip it got going on there. The scope. If it even clips. And it's pulling. Yeah, it goes right to clipping where it just clips. So we got about 1800 watts there. And we'll turn this off. And see, 4 ohms. We're gonna go to 2 ohms. I'm gonna turn this back on. And we're gonna reset our little dyno meter. Let's see, let's go to wattage peak mode. That's back on minimum mode. We are sitting at 14 volts. And let's go ahead and rerun that. And also we're definitely hitting 1% distortion there. So we got what, almost 4,000 there. And 13.8 volts was a drop on the block, and this was 13 here. I should reset that, but let's see, put it back in min-max mode. Let's see. All right. Right now it's sitting at 13.8 volts. That's good. I'm taking some of that stress off of them batteries, so I got the power supply off. So let's see, we'll go min-max with that. I don't want to go to 1 ohm because it's probably going to kill this thing. So let me bump up the volume one more. Let's go to 42. And let's reset this. Come on. And we'll run it one more time. We'll clip it just a little bit harder. See what kind of wattage we get out this thing. Yeah, it's dropping 13.7. Yep. We just got over. It was clipping pretty good. That's why we got a little extra power, but it did make it over 4,000. It dropped to 13.7 there, and the minimum here was 12.78. So this is reading at the block over there, guys. This voltage drop right here is in these two pieces of 2-aught. That's just how much current is going through this stuff, and it probably pulled what, I didn't see what it pulled, but it was probably a lot, several hundred amps. So I think that's a good voltage. I'll just let these batteries settle right there. You don't want to store them at 14 or 14.4. That they're in a high state of stress. So, all right, until I get this thing refined, and we'll start doing the 1% distortion and the clipping bull and all that stuff like the other guys do. I gotta order some double adapters. I might even get some 4-aught to go from there to here, man. If 2 more don't help it, it should help it. But that's a pretty significant voltage drop. It went from that's let's see, 13.8 minus 12.7. That's like 1 volt lost just in that little short piece of 2-aught. So that's why it's important to have enough wiring going to your amp there. And, this base 8K is pretty stout, man. It'll pull that current, man. This is the 1 ohm one. So, all right, and that was just at 2 ohms, guys. You can see my dyno's doing good. It's detecting 2 ohms there. And just for shits and giggles, the voltage coming off this amp was almost 100 volts, and we had almost 50 amps coming through here, and that's only at 2 ohms. So to make this, though, it had to draw an ass load of current off of that and pull some voltage down as current. So, all right, I hope y'all learned something out of this. Don't spend a bunch of money like I did. All right, bye.